Students, welcome to your online classes. Student, first I want to say something that most of the students are not submitting their work on time. This is very bad, students, because if you will not complete your work on time and you will not submit your work on time, for this you will come to school, there you will complete your work, then you will submit to your concerned teacher. Now we will continue our chapter. Complete your work. I repeat again that complete your work on time and submit it on time. Now we will continue our chapter. Let's start.
The program coding. In this chapter, I have explained you the Java language, data types in Java, introduction to Java, basic features of Java, compiler and interpreter, JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Now I will explain you Java libraries in JDK 1.3. The Java class libraries JCL is a set of dynamically loadable libraries that Java Virtual Machine language can call at runtime. Because the Java platform is not dependent on a specific operating system. Because Java platform is independent platform. Application cannot rely on any of the platform native libraries. Instead, the Java platform provides a comprehensive set of standard class libraries that is also known as SCL, containing the functions common to modern operating system. We can say that Java libraries or Java package is a collection of various classes. Each class contains different functions. In case you want to perform a specific function or a special task within your program, then the concerning package or libraries need to include in your program. A package can be included in your program by using the keyword import. The keyword import. The process of importing package is as follows. Most widely used core Java packages and internal libraries. These are the Java libraries that are bundled with JDK, Java Development Kit, and used for almost any application developed in Java. First is java.lang. Java.lang. The java.lang package contains the classes and interfaces that are fundamental to the core Java language. The most important classes of this package are object. Java.lang. Most important classes of this packages are the object. Java depends directly on these two classes, making it indispensable for all Java programs. Other classes from this package include boolean. Boolean answer will be true or false. Byte, float, the value which are written in fractions, math, process and many more. Means we can say that java.lang to support classes containing string, character, math, integer, thread, etc. Next is java.util. This library provides users with generic Java utilities like collections, framework, formatted printing and scanning, array manipulation utilities, event model, date and time facilities, internationalization and miscellaneous utility classes. That is java.util. Mostly we are using these packages for these purpose which I have explained, which I told you, that framework, formatted printing and scanning. Now java.io. This library is very useful and contains the classes that handle fundamental input and output. I for input and O for output operations in the Java. The IO classes in this package can be grouped as follows. Classes for reading input from a stream of data, classes for writing output to a stream of data, classes that manipulates files on the local file system, and classes that handle object serialization. These three functions we are using mostly. Next is java.net. The package java.net contains classes and interfaces that provides a powerful infrastructure for networking in Java. The java.net package can be roughly divided into two sections, a low-level API and a high-level API. So, there are three Java development kit. First is java.lang to support classes, java.io to support classes to deal with input and output statements, java.mat to support mathematical functions such as square root, round, random, etc. Next is java.security. By the name of security, you can also introduce by this. This package has several classes that allow users to encrypt a file using a user provided key. It supports cryptography and digital signatures. Java.sql. It contains all the SQL related classes and interfaces. This package provides the API for accessing and processing data stored in a data source. Java.swing. The UI library for developing desktop Java applications. According to the mode of services rendered to the readers, libraries are broadly divided into four types. Academic library, which are related to the academic study purpose. Special library, these are related to the specific task. Public library, these libraries support to make the programs on publicly. National libraries, these are secure libraries which are using for nationals only, country, for a particular country. Java brings various streams that with its I/O package that helps the user to perform all the input-output operations. These streams support all the types of objects, data types, characters, file, etc. to fully execute the I/O operations. Before exploring various input and output streams, let's look at three standard or default streams that Java has to provide, which are also most common in use. These are only three. System.in. This is the standard input stream by the name of that .in means input. That is used to read characters from the keyboard or any other standard input device. System.out. This is the standard output stream that is used to produce the result of a program on an output device like the computer screen. Print. This method in Java is used to display a text on the console. This text is passed as the parameter to this method in the form of string. This method prints the text on the console and the cursor remains at the end of the text at the console. The next printing takes place from just here. The syntax of this printing is system.out_print. There we will write the parameter which we want to display on the screen. For example, Java code to illustrate print. We are using this for print to display a message. First we will write import java.io. IO means input and output. Class demo, we can write any name for the class. Demo print, then curly bracket. This is public static void main string args. Publicly, it is declared publicly. Static value void main, this is the function, and string args. This is related to the argument which we are giving to the program. Curly bracket start using print. All the printed in the and same line. This we are using print statement. We are printing in the same line. If we are printing in the same line, that we will write system.out_print. This is the message which we want to display on the screen. System.out_print GFGS. This is the message. System.out_print. This is the message. When we will print system.out_print and we will write the message which we want to display on the screen, then we will close 2 times bracket here because we have opened 2 times bracket here. So the output will come like this. By print command, the message will come in same line. It will not go into the next line. It will come in same line by using this command system.out.print. Now println. If we are writing println in place of print, this method in Java is also used to display a text on the console. It prints the text on the console and the cursor removes to the start of the next line. It means ln means next line. At the console, the next printing takes place from the next line. Same way, system out println, here we will write the parameter, and this is the example Java code to illustrate println. In first example we have used print, but in this example we are using println. Import Java class demo, you can say, then curly bracket public static void main string args, then curly bracket start using println, all the printed in the different line. Now we will write system out println. We will not write system out print. We will write system out println message, system out println message, and system out println message. Then we will close the brackets 2 times because we have opened this curly bracket 2 times, so that we will close this bracket 2 times. Now output will come in next line. It will not come in same line. It will come in next line because we have used println in place of print. Now system.err. It is the standard error stream. System.in used for input the data into the system. System.out used to display the message. But system.err, it is a standard error stream that is used to output all the error data that a program might throw on a computer screen or any standard output device. This stream also uses all the 3 above mentioned functions to output the error data. Print and println. It is also used for print and println. Now, I have explained you output statement in Java programming. Now, I will explain you Java reserved words. Java reserved words are the keywords that are reserved by Java functions or other users that cannot be used as identifiers. For example, variable names, function name, or class name. These are related to the Java reserved words. If a reserved word was used as a variable, you would get an error or unexpected result. We cannot use Java reserved word as a variable in a program. Now, first we will know which are the Java reserved words. Below, it is a list of the reserved words in Java. In short, we can say that the words which are basically used for writing a Java statement in the program, such words cannot be used for naming a variable in the program. Now, these are the boolean, break, byte, case, catch, char. Boolean used for true and false value. Break statement is used when we are making the program in switch case. Byte is used for the numbers of character which are present in the, and this is the unit to define the characters. Case, it is also used in switch statement. Catch, this is also used in program. Char, this is used for character. Class, this is the name of the class. Default, it is also used in program. Do, it is used for loop. Double, it is used for data types, and the data type which are written in decimal, that is known as the double data type. Else, it is also used in loop. Num, this is for number. False, true false. Float, fraction value. For loop. Go to, for next statement. If, it is used for condition. Import, it is the keyword. It is the keyword which related to the package. Int, this is the value data type without decimal value. Interface, long, it is also a data type. New, it is a keyword. Null, this is used for null value, zero value. Package, this is the name of the library or package. Private, public, private, protected, these are the classes name. When we are making a program, these are related to private. If we are writing private, it means only that program will used by only that person who have made this. Protected, in this type of program, the programmer give a password to protect his or her file. Public, this type of program used by anyone. Return, this is the statement. Short, static, switch, throw, throws, true, try, void, volatile, while, and continue. These are the reserved keywords which are using, which we cannot be used as a variable name. Now, there are types of Java programs. Generally, there are two ways of writing Java programs according to which a user can perform the desired task. First Java program is Java standalone applications. The Java standalone applications are the program written in Java to carry out certain tasks. These applications run directly by the Java interpreter. A standalone application should be delivered and installed on each computer before it is run. It can have either a command line interface CLI or a graphical user interface GUI. You have already used a number of standalone applications such as text editors, word processors, and games applications. This is the most common type of Java programming based on software application. It is also referred as an application program that is performed on personal computer and where the execution begins with the main methods. Second is Java applets. An applet is a small Java program that is embedded in an HTML page and is executed by using a Java enabled web browser. For example, Netscape and Hotjava, or a tool such as an applet viewer. An applet is embedded in a HTML page using the applet or object tag and hosted on a web server. When a user accesses an HTML page that contains an embedded applet, the applet code is downloaded to the web browser client along with the requested web page and is eventually executed there under the control of the Java virtual machine installed in the web browser. So, this type of program are embedded an HTML page. These programs are designed and executed by using web browsers, Microsoft Internet Explorer. They are small programs which are present on the internet and which can be downloaded for a user's applications. Hope you all understood this. I will continue this chapter in my next video and I will explain tokens in Java. In that video, there are 4 types of tokens which I will explain and their parts also. Data types in Java and the types of conversion, because these are continue in 9th class also. Students, if you have any problem, you can ask me through mail. Complete your work on time and you will start your study regularly. You will not escape any day. You will complete your work on time and submit your assignment on time. Thank you.